Night one, we said we have to look out for this one smooth-speaking person. When it's Ron's favorite candidate, Cory Booker.
I thought Ron's favorite was Beto, but okay.
On the first night.
I thought on first night Beto lost the most. Yeah.
No, Cory gained the most. He was the most searched establishment candidate. He had the most talking
next to
minutes.
Tulsi. Yeah, he did actually. That's what the Google Trends show. So Cory Booker, right? You guys saw how he got on stage, and he loved to talk about how he's from the hood. People were taking shots every time he mentioned that he was from the hood, and how he's all about helping the American people. He also mentioned Big Pharma and how he supposedly was opposing it. But his money and his actions obviously show otherwise. So we have here a video, and I don't really have too many videos because he pretty much repeats himself the whole time, at 55 minutes.
He pretty much consistently talks bullshit the whole time.
Yeah.
Well, and in fairness to him, I think he found out he was still running for president like a week ago. like he said, like a while ago, he's like, yeah, I'm running. And then like you never heard anything else. And they're like, Cory Booker's on the debate stage. I mean, that's so awesome. You have like really actual people with something to say, like a Mike Gravel and, Tulsi and, even like Marianne Williamson, who I'm not the biggest fan of, but I like that perspective is on the debate stage. Same with Andrew Yang, not the biggest fan, but glad that perspective's on the debate stage. They have to bend over backwards to get on this debate stage. And then you have Cory Booker, who just like someone woke him up and they were like, "Hey, you're still running," and he was like, "Oh shit, I am. Yeah. All right, I'll pull something together. I think I can do that." Cory Booker. By the way, I stopped taking pharmaceutical money after I did their bidding.
Exactly.
After I stabbed Bernie's drug bill in the back, I stopped taking their money for a few
Exactly,
minutes.
And that's pretty much what
we
we're
saw him
trustworthy.
At the convention. We're like, is that Cory Booker? And there was like 4 people following him. We're like, yeah, who cares? And he just kept walking. Like we didn't even give a shit. Like, oh, there goes Cory. Hey,
same with
Cory.
Beto. Like Beto, he was just walking around and everyone was just laughing at him.
Well, shout out to Mike Gravel's crew because they saw Beto in Miami and they called him a shill. They were like, Beto, you're a shill. And they made a video out of it, which is now my new ringtone. So thanks for the new ringtone, guys.
Can we also send a shout out to those kids there that Tulsi gave them the tickets to go to that debate?
Oh, in Miami, I heard that.
Yeah, that's how awesome Tulsi is.
That's awesome.
Let's get to the first video.
Senator Booker, there is a debate in this party right now about the role of corporations, as you know. Senator Warren, in particular, put out a plan to break up tech companies like Facebook, Amazon, and Google. You've said we should not, quote, be running around pointing at companies and breaking them up without any kind of process. Why do you disagree?
I don't think I disagree. I think we have a serious problem in our country with corporate consolidation. And you see the evidence of that in how dignity is being stripped from labor. And we have people that work full-time jobs and still can't make a living wage. We see that because consumer prices are being raised by pharmaceutical companies that often have monopolistic holds on drugs. And you see that by just the fact that this is actually an economy that's hurting small businesses and not allowing them to compete. One of the most aggressive bills in the Senate to deal with corporate consolidation is mine about corporate consolidation in the ag sector. So I feel very strongly about the need to check the corporate consolidation and let the free market work. And I'll tell you this, I live in a low-income black and brown community. I see every single day that this economy is not working for average Americans. The indicators that are being used from GDP to Wall Street's rankings is not helping people in my community. It is about time that we have an economy that works for everybody, not just the wealthiest in our nation.
But quickly, Senator Booker.
Awesome. Okay, so
what full of crap that man is.
I want you guys to see another video. You got this one, right? The ABC News video. I want you to compare that to what he actually said.
Facebook has now come out to say that it should be broken up. He says that it is unprecedented and un-American to have this much power in one company. Where do you stand on breaking up Facebook?
I don't care if it's Facebook, the pharma industry, even the agricultural industry. We've had a problem in America with corporate consolidation that is having really ill effects. It's driving out the independent family farmer. It's driving up our prescription drug costs. And in the realm of technology, we're seeing small 1 or 2 companies controlling a significant amount of the online advertising.
So should they be broken up?
Well, I mean, again, I believe in process. And we should have, if I'm president of the United States, I will have a Justice Department that uses antitrust legislation to do the proper investigations and to hold industries accountable for corporate consolidation. I think,
Elizabeth Warren's already out there saying break up Facebook, break up Google.
but I don't think
break
that,
up Amazon.
Right, but I don't think that a president should be running around pointing at companies and saying breaking them up without any kind of process here. Do I think it is a massive problem in America, corporate consolidation? Absolutely. It's about making sure that we have a system that works. It's not me and my own personal opinion about going after folks. That sounds more like a Donald Trump thing to say, like, I'm going to break up you guys. No, we need to create systems and processes.
You just
that
compared
work.
Elizabeth Warren to Donald Trump.
I most certainly did not.
Well,
She
that's
is
what
my
she's
friend.
saying. She's the one that's saying that.
Well, again, let her discuss and debate her positions. I'm telling you right now, we do not need a president that is going to use her own personal beliefs and tell you which companies we should break up. We need a president that's going to enforce antitrust laws in this country, and I will be that person.
Okay.
What we need to do, corporate consolidation, is a big problem in America and in America, Americaing. But what we need is an investigation to find out if the big problem I just said is a big problem is actually a big problem. Process, investigation, Constitution.
Thank you, Beto.
That's what he said.
Thanks.
Gorion, gracias, Miami.
said
I want to
nothing.
say one thing. I mean, I love the way he says it's a massive problem, but we have to go.
But we have to investigate it. It's a massive problem, but we got to figure out if it's a problem.
There is a
what the
process.
fuck, dude?
The process has been taking place, and that's why we're here. We've already gone through the fucking process. We know what these companies are doing. It's time to break them up. And here's the thing that's
He
really
would be the
dangerous
worst
about him.
landlord ever. Hey, our water's not working. The pipes are broken. Like, oh, that's a massive problem. Let me investigate and see if it's a problem.
Yeah.
We'll have this fixed maybe in a couple weeks, if ever.
Don't
All
talk
right.
about our landlord like that.
Send
on
me
here,
rent.
please.
And
Don't
he's
talk about our
taking money
landlord.
from the water, from just whoever benefits from the water being broken, right? And so and it's like from the pipe being broken. So he's still
He
continuously
takes money from the
taking money.
Gatorade
So
lobby.
How is he gonna fix the problem if how is he gonna be the one leading the fixing the issue if he's the one that keeps taking money? And
he believes his own bullshit. That's the problem, too. He's like what Mike Gravel said. When Gravel said that the three of those were left over when it was come to Obama, Hillary Clinton, and the other guy, John Edwards, he said Obama's the most dangerous because he believes his own bullshit. And Cory Booker believes his own bullshit. When he's completely obfuscating and contradicting himself, he honestly believes that he's being honest. And
Right.
it's terrible.
Oh, I have to give a couple of shout-outs, by the way. So first of all, Zoe Samuel actually tweeted the fan thing before me. I didn't see it, but Zoe beat me to that punch. So shout out to you, Zoe.
Wow.
Great tweet.
Great
And
minds.
What did she
bravo.
say? What was the tweet?
Zoe said, if it's too little, so it's the same joke. If it's a little too hot, but you don't feel like it warrants turning on the AC, Elizabeth Warren has a fan for that.
Wow.
So bravo, Zoe. Fan, easy to get to. But bravo, Zoe. Good job there. And also shout out to Sean. Where is Sean's tweet? I want to read. Oh, here we go. I retweeted Sean. I love this one. Want a stir fry of neoliberalism? Elizabeth Warren has a pan for that. Good job,
a good
Sean.
one.
Let's
Love
get
it.
to more Cory Booker in the
That
pan.
one wins. That one wins. If you guys remember
awesome.
back in 2012 when Cory Booker was getting attacked because of his Bain Capital, he said it's nauseating to the American public, Booker said on Meet the Press. Enough is enough. Stop attacking private equity. Stop attacking Jeremiah Wright. And then he said, I'm not about to sit here and indict private equity. To me, it's just that we're getting to a ridiculous point in America, especially that I know I live in a state where pensions funds, unions, and other people invest in companies like Bain Capital. If you look at the totality of Bain Capital's record, they've done a lot to support businesses and to grow business. And this, to me, I'm very uncomfortable with. So here he is in 2012 defending Bain Capital, saying we need
Who
to
is
not-
Bain's capital? Who's a big guy at Bain Capital? Mitt Romney.
Yep.
Also,
Exactly.
In case you weren't sure that it's a big club that we ain't in.
Obama was critical of him with his private sector money back in the days of Cory Booker. You know what I'm saying? And Obama took more money on Wall Street than any president, running. So, I mean, that just tells you. And second of all, if you're going to invest in an anti-Batman company, that's just not fucking cool, man. Like, you don't do that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's bullshit. So
Remember that one Batman movie where he didn't even fight Bane? It was like one of the bad ones.
He did fight Bane. He had an awesome fight in the last
Are you
one,
talking
right?
about the new ones?
No, I'm talking about the old ones. I think it was
okay.
like Batman and Robin.
Oh, he didn't even fight Bane?
Yeah, he didn't even fight. Bane was in it, and Bane was like a minor villain, and they didn't even fight.
That's terrible.
Like, Robin just ended up, well, I mean, I'm spoiling it, but if you haven't seen the movie, don't. It's not one of the good ones, but it's like Bane. I think it was the one where he had that nipple suit.
Oh, God.
You remember that one?
No, I don't remember the
It was one
nipple
of
suit,
the-
Ron. We have a PG. For the families out there, we're
No,
sorry
like
that
Batman
Rob...
had nipples. Like, everyone was like, why does Batman
Listen.
has a nipple suit? What's going on here? And then he didn't even fight Bane, which, I mean, really.
It's stupid. And here's Booker investing in Bane Capital.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you just invest in Russia? Fam.
He also,
Next.
Oh!
Fudge!
God, you catch him so well, Ron.
He
I
missed
love
me
it.
once, though. He missed me once.
I don't think so.
Yeah, he
I think
did.
you thought you said it.
No, I did say it, and I got away with it because somebody reminded me on the chat.
You can put up the next picture, Johnny. It just shows how not only that he was backed by the same people that were backed by Mitt Romney as well, and the majority of his money has come from Wall Street. Top donors, including members of the Curry family who ran Eagle Capital Management. And the full list includes large donations from Goldman Sachs, Citigroup, and Morgan Stanley. Okay, so that's true. So I went on Open Secrets, of course, and I looked up his industries. And you guys, if you want to put, Johnny, the next few pictures we have, so people don't think like we have no receipts.
We got the receipts.
These are all the receipts. So look at how much money he gets from lawyers and law firms, securities and investment, real estate, TV/music, business services, insurance, pro-Israel, AIPAC, right there. Everything that's pretty bad. Then it continues to the lobbyist money.
Look at all the money.
Hey, look at all this money, you guys. Like, this is, I mean, I just
This
keep
guy's
going.
fighting for you. He's fighting for the average guy over here.
Defense.
Yeah.
Okay, communications, electronics. This can be pretty bad too. And then the finance, insurance, and real estate is pretty big. It's one of his largest. Then the more lawyers and lobbyists. Very little from labor. And then the PAC contributions, the majority of them are from businesses.
Yep.
Then
75% of it.
ideological, and then labor's in the middle. And then we have the top contributors. Here, this is my favorite part right here. Sullivan and Cromwell,
Who are they?
Apollo Global Management. These are just big
Who are they?
lobbyists.
Are these the everyday average people out there?
Prudential Financial,
Ooh. That's the
Walt
little,
Disney,
That's the little guy, right?
Goldman Sachs.
Oh, Goldman Sachs.
Sounds like concerned
Where,
citizens.
did I skip? There was another one that had a
Which one?
Citigroup, but there's more. There's Citigroup. All of these are financial lobbyists,
Giants.
Wall Street executives, corporate lobbyists. So he's going to have the American people's back. He's going to be the guy that leads the fight against Big Pharma, that leads the fight against the unregulated these unregulated megalomaniac corporations, right?
Can you
He's
go
the
to
guy.
Fiorella, I know that's a big problem. I know, but we need an investigation to see if it's a problem or not.
It's a process.
After the check clears, I might start a process to see if that's maybe a problem or maybe it isn't. I don't know. A tisket, a tasket, America.
America. Make sure you finish with America. Can we go to the more ties where it says that the Hilton? Because I wrote down the 4 shills.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we call 4 shills. Cory Booker. He's a Wall Street shill.
Mm-hmm.
He's a Big Pharma shill.
Mm-hmm.
He's a charter school shill.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
I didn't
really?
even
He
go over
is
that.
an AIPAC shill. Now, for the more ties to the pharmaceutical shills, I just want to remind people that he was one of 13 Democrats that voted against Bernie Sanders, and I believe it was Klobuchar's bill. Is it on that? It's right there, the second paragraph of that article, I believe. He voted against the pharmaceutical bill.
Oh, yeah. I mean, his
Democrats have
excuse was such bullshit,
It was
too.
bullshit.
It was like the biggest right-wing pandering. Like a buddy of mine who's Canadian once said to me, he's just like, do you really think we don't know how to make aspirin? Do you think there's like something wrong with what we do up here? We're fine. We know what we're doing. We do just as good as y'all do. I was like, well, he didn't say y'all, though, because they don't. I say that, but up in Canada, they don't say that
Howdy,
much.
howdy.
But I'm saying y'all. But anyway, that was the joke. And that was what Cory Booker threw out there. He was just like, well, I'm just worried about the safety. You're full of shit.
Yeah.
You're full of shit.
You're full of shit. Yeah.
And then, fam, you did mention
Charter
the
school shill.
charter school, but here, when Cory Booker panders in Spanish. We don't even need to show that because it's ridiculous.
Oh, I like to hear when they pander.
It was so funny
Okay,
when
do you
Cory
wanna put it up?
Booker.
The video so we could see him talking Spanish at debate.
Well, remember when he gave
Cory
Beto
Booker,
the
what would
stink
you-
eye? Like Cory
Yeah,
Booker, when
side eye.
Beto spoke Spanish.
Spanish?
Spanish. That was Spanish so shitty that you call it Spanish. When Beto spoke that, like Cory Booker gave him a stink eye, and it's because he was like, "Oh man, I wanted to do that first. Now you hacked my shit." So like Cory
Yeah.
Booker, he did it. He
Yeah.
did it anyway. Like he did it second
Yeah.
anyway. But
Yeah,
I'm
he
gonna
was
let
like-
Fiorella read this super chat because there's a word I can't say. It's into the microphone though, so.
Growing your fam. E. Warren has a clan for that. Nice. Growing your fam. Elizabeth Warren has a clan for that.
That was the super chat over on the MCSE network. Who put it up? I can't even find it.
By the way, for those of you asking about our super chat status, we are almost there.
that was
with
from
the CONVO couch.
OTR Trucker. Thank you so much, your super chat contribution. We appreciate that. We have a lot of people over on the MCSC network. Digress and Defiance.
going to a bake up on the East Coast. Elizabeth Warren has a clam for that.
Ah!
See? There we go.
Edward
Switching
Klein.
up.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
All right.
She is from
You
Massachusetts.
know what her favorite song is?
I gave it to myself.
You know what her favorite song is? Plan on the Run. Plan on
Nice.
the Run. You ready for the video? Cory Booker speaking Spanish.
She's an American plan. All right, sorry. Last one.
You do on day one. And this is a situation that the next president will inherit.
La situación ahora es inaceptable. Este presidente ha atacado, ha demonizado los inmigrantes. Es inaceptable y voy a cambiar este. On day one,
He sounds like he's trying to speak half Portuguese.
I
Like
just want to say hi to some people. I mean, he's just terrible. Dave L., we're up to 90 people on the Convo Couch YouTube.
¿Dónde está el baño? No sé.
Whenever Cory Booker speaks, he sounds like that kid in drama class who's trying way too hard and annoys everybody else in the class.
The range control said LMFAO. Adri
Do you know what
Booker
that means,
said,
fam?
laughing my fucking ass off. And then Adri D said,
There goes PG.
Booker spoke spinach. The Kitty 3 said clam? Question mark? Yeah, get the joke. Instead of plan, he used clan.
Yeah.
Anyways, Donde está el baño? Está el baño? Yeah, Tim, it's right upstairs. Tim Flawbog. Thank you, Brett Fairchild. He's speaking Spanish. There's so much crazy Spanish going on our chat right now. Mike Walker, Brett Fairchild, thank you so much. Let's get to the shilling part of charter schools.
Can I mention real quick, I am only 5 likes down from Tim Ryan. A couple people found the tweet.
Yes.
Probably because of a result of this stream. I am only, 6. 6 likes down.
Well,
from
maybe
Tim
Johnny
Ryan.
can pull it up.
Johnny, if you can pull that up.
We
you
can pull
find
that
on
up.
my
But
timeline.
let's get to the charter school stuff first. Let's get to the charter school stuff done, and then we'll go to the end. What do we have on the charter school, fam?
Well, he just has a history of supporting the charter school. Let me just kind of read a little bit of what I have here. He was once a close ally of the DeVos family, the Michigan gazillionaires and education privatization champions who gave the world Donald Trump's Secretary of Education, Betsy DeVos. And then basically in 1999, when he was still a city councilman, he worked for a conservative financier in New Jersey, Republican mayor, to co-found Excellent Education for Everyone, a group dedicated to establishing a school voucher program in the Garden State. The following year, Dick DeVos, the Republican mega donor and evangelist, husband to the
School
11th
choice.
Secretary of Education, invited him to his home base in Grand Rapids, Michigan, to speak in defense of the ballot measure that would lift the state's ban on school voucher programs. And so he continued this for a while, and he began to talk a lot less about this as mayor and senator, ultimately voted against her. But he has never entirely turned the page on this issue, and he's still defending his charter-centric educational policies in Newark, New Jersey. So,
Which he mentions that he's from. I'm from Newark,
Yeah,
New Jersey,
all the
and I
time.
live in a black and brown neighborhood.
all the time. Charter schools are bad. Like,
Yes.
there's no way
Yes.
of going about it. We're dealing with that here in California.
And it was a school choice evangelist. That's very important when you say the word school choice, because that's what Betsy DeVos is all about. And
Yeah.
Barack Obama didn't have a great Secretary of Education, and that's why I kind of point out Marianne Williamson when she says stuff that she loves the kids. She could be a great Secretary of Education. So.